Hello all around the world and welcome back to another exciting Blender fish video. And we're going to make some more chimneys, but we're going to make them better because they were not made that well last time and I was told to make them better, so we're going to make them better. We got to do what our queen says, I think. So make sure you size it if you're using Unreal, and if you are not, let God have mercy on your soul. I'm just kidding. Use whatever you want, it's fine. But I'm going to size it for Unreal. And if you don't need to size it, that's fine. Alright, let's get started. First, we got an easy adjustment to these. Just going to make one bevel in those two front edges to make the old classic shape that we need. Let's wait for that actually. Let's adjust this first a little bit. It's going to be kind of up against the wall like that, maybe a little wider. So let's do that. Still got those two edges, Control B. For once that's right. Something like that. And then take that edge, take this edge, and we're going to probably, yeah, let's dissolve them. Let's see what happens when we do that. If it doesn't work, we'll just go back. Dissolve edges. Yep, that's the shape I wanted. Perfect. So now that we got that shape, we'll go out of edit mode. We'll shift D, and we're going to make it wider. Let's go back actually. Let's do it together and use S. Make it bigger. Then we're going to make it much smaller like that. Oops, went too far. Might have to do it in a couple movements. Sort of like that. Okay. Let's see, it needs to be flush on the back, so we'll move it forward a little bit. Take your time, make sure it looks good. When you're done, let's move it up to the top. Now, how shall we do this? Let's work on this edge a little bit. Now, what happens if we bevel this one? Oops, what's going on here? Shift B, right? Okay, it's going, but it's not very big because we need to drag that one edge up. So let's grab this edge here on the front, just those three. Go to our arrows, and we'll move them up a little bit. And then we'll Control B. Something like that. Alright, I actually think that looks pretty decent. So we're going to get out of there, and now we're going to make it thicker so those edges stick out a little bit more. And if it's not quite sticking out enough for you, maybe go back in. We'll go to Faces, and you can just shrink this one, or you can drag it down a little bit to make it stand out more. Do whatever you need to do to make it look how you want to make it look. Maybe you just want to go to this edge, drag that one in just a hair, maybe this one and this one at the same time. Like so, for it's more of a slope to it. That actually looks how I planned it in my head, so let's go with that. Now let's see, does that fit there? No, it does not anymore. So let's hit S, bring it up till it does at least. Oops. Alright, got my wire, my freaking headphone wire was wrapped in my mouse wire. And I tried to click, I'm smashing my freaking mouse wire into the key, or my mouse. Or my headphone wires into my mouse. Ah! Alright, that looks pretty good. So what we'll do, is make sure you take your time and line that up. Probably a little better than I'm doing. It looks like I'm a hair off. But then we'll Shift D. And we'll flip this around. So let's go to, that's not it, is it? This one. And we'll do a 180. Nope, that's incorrect. 0. Try the top one. Perfect. Okay. So just move it into place. So try to get right in there as close as you can, for you can see that edge. And move this one down, and you'll see when it opens back up, and when it just goes to the edge of it, I think that's right. Looks pretty good on both sides. Looks pretty good to me now. So we're gonna go with that, and we'll move to the next part. So we don't want to attach these yet because we're gonna do a bool on this, and if we bool while it's attached, as we already know, it's gonna remove pieces we don't want to. I think they call it a destructive bool, as my one friend was telling me here. I don't know if he's a friend, but I don't know. He always talks to me. He's always helping me. Seems like a friendly thing. So yeah, my friend. I don't know why I said that all aggressive. Sorry about that. He's my friend. Take it, friend. Queen asked for something in particular, so we're gonna have to be a little tricky too. I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit. Thinking we want something like that, but we're gonna go back and Control B it again. Something like this, I believe, is what we want. And it would be down near there. Maybe leave just the slightest lip in between those so you don't accidentally wreck that one. Let's Shift D it. Okay, we need an extra because we need to do a little trickety trick after for Queen. Move back, and if you've gone through the back, you've gone too far, obviously, so move a little forward at least. Pick out the depth you want. I'm gonna go with that. If I'm happy, object, bool, difference. Okay, nice and clean cut, no issues, looks really good. Perfect. And here's the tricky part. So we need to Shift D this guy. And need to get an even, let's Shift D it once again, because I might need to make a third cut. I might. We'll make this one thicker this way so we can see it a bit better. And then we're going to make it thinner that way. I did that backwards. We'll just move this one up. Oh, something like that. Make sure the edges look pretty even is the biggest thing. If it doesn't, make your adjustments. Something like that. Looks pretty good to me. And then we'll bool this from that. Yes, I think so. Sorry, didn't really plan this out again. I like to go freestyle. Keeping it real. We'll do the top difference. It should be fine. Alright, that's pretty much what we wanted. Now, we might... Let's delete that one, actually. We'll Shift A to make it a cleaner cut. We'll use a cube, just because it makes more sense. It'll give us a nice clean edge on the sides and everything. So what we're going to do is pick out where we want that to stop. Something like this, okay? Yeah, I think that'll be a good. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure because I've never made this before, so I'll try that. Looks pretty good to me right now. Just gonna move it into position. And we're gonna leave it sticking out just a little bit. Okay, and it's not the right size either, so let's adjust it. Try your best to make it fit. Oh yeah, that side's sticking out now. Let's go into edit mode, we'll grab the faces. And we'll try to make this a little bit smaller. Should I do it this way? No. Let's do that face and then that face. No. Maybe I'll have to do this a different way. Why is that so difficult? I don't understand. Oh, I see. Well, we could do it there. That does look pretty sharp too. Or just match it. Alright, I'm gonna try to match it, but I'm not going to be able to, am I? Nope. Okay, let's go back. No wait. What should I do here? Let's do this. Let's move that out a little bit. Just trying to figure out a game plan, and maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll just redo my cut higher. So let's see if we can go back to our cut with that square. Messed with it quite a bit. Hopefully it's not too much. I was really confused by the whole process, as you can see. Something like that is all I can think. But that'll work. Anyways, try to bool that, and maybe you want to watch to make sure I make it work first. But we just wanted something that sticks out the front edge just a little bit. And I think that works more of what she was trying to say, but I'll have to check to make sure. Maybe I'll wait to attach it. Yeah, it kind of doesn't look the best either. Yeah, I just don't know about that. Okay, sorry guys. I'll try it one more way. Essentially, it only has to be like this thick, right? So maybe we can try to manipulate this shape a little bit. Let's go in edit mode, Control R, something like that. And we'll let it auto center. We'll grab these two and bend them up like this. Something like that. I can move it into place a bit. I think that looks a little better anyways. Hopefully Queen will agree, but I think it looks better. And if you want to do it a different way, feel free, or you don't add it if you don't like it. But I'm going to go ahead and attach all these pieces if I have everything, which I think I do. You could also do something like, if you're not completely digging the shape, you could grab this one on the face up here, make it a little bit bigger or smaller, depending on the look you're trying to go for. You can go with a flat edge there. Might look kind of snazzy. I don't know, I don't really like it. Just little ideas you could try. Doesn't have to be what I'm doing. Just an example, basically. Okay, so we're going to grab all pieces, then the fireplace last, Control J. Now we have a mantle, and we have a little thing above the fire pit there. Maybe we'll make some Christmas logs real quick, and we'll do some coloring. Probably do a cylinder. Be the easiest, I imagine. So S, shrink it down, and then make it longer, something like that. And grab one edge and make that bigger. so it looks like it tapers towards one end. Something like that. Then we're gonna Shift D and we will shrink, something like that. And we'll roll it up here and pull it out like that. And we'll see what the right angle is, not that one. Something like that. And shrink that probably. Make sure that all the weird edges are hidden on the back. So move it up just a little bit. Kind of make it look like they got cut together, kind of like that. Join them together. Perfect. So now that we got those together, I'm going to take the whole piece and flip it to on its side, like that. Maybe not that side actually. There we go. We'll Shift D again. Bring this one up. Again, that's not right. Let's try this one. Okay. Trying to figure out the right angle here. Sorry, guys. Kind of have to give it a little bit of a look like the logs have just been randomly placed there, otherwise it's going to look bad. And you try not to overlap them, where you can see them sitting on each other. I'll Shift D, and maybe that's not the one to Shift D. We'll Shift D this one. Shift D. I'll just try rotating it with the rotator this time and not try to be so exact. Like this, and we'll just drag it over a little bit. Pull it up if you have to. Alright. I'm going to join them to the one that's still pretty flat. Control J. And then place them in, and we'll do some coloring and we'll move on to our next one. Do them about that big. You can make them bigger if you like, smaller, whatever you need to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to Shift D it for our next one. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger actually. Something like that. Maybe I want to spin the whole thing. What are we doing here? 90, 180 probably. Nope. 90. 90. Nope. 90. No. So you just use your hand thing to spin it, obviously. Oh my god. There you go. Something like that maybe. Looks a little bit better anyhow. I'm going to go ahead and join that. Control J. We'll go to the color menu and start coloring that. Now the whole thing, we're just going to give it any base color. It doesn't really matter. So let's just make it, we'll make it gray. And it'll be like a bricky gray color. Just for now, we're just assigning a color. It's not permanent, don't worry. Inside the fire pit, we want that to be a different color, I'd assume. Control to grab up there. Control, Control. Make sure you got all edges. When you do, plus, new. We're just going to make this one black for it looks like it's been burnt. Again, doesn't matter. We're going to do it again in game. It's just giving it a color slot to put it in. Make sure you're still in edit mode. I don't know why I went out. Click off everything. L, 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 L. Make sure you got all pieces of this. We're going to do plus, New. I'm gonna make a deep wood color, so like browny orange. Something like that. Perfect. So, okay, now the top and the bottom mantle. Again, we're just giving it a color for we can put a different color on it later, but I'm just going to make it a woody color again just because I think it's cool. So I'm just going to go like that. Maybe add, yeah, and I'll assign it. Perfect. Now this up here, probably also want to make that, so I L to click that. Make sure you're not clicked on anything else. New. If you want to make it the same color, that's fine, but this way you have the option to change it. Customize it more. I don't know what color to make it. That's gray, so make it that color. Just for an example, for you know you can color it a different color. Perfect. Ready to go in game. Looks really good. Alright, so our next shape. We're going to do more of a traditional square one that's going to be flat up against the wall, but first we're just going to take this one and get it out of the way. Nice and easy. We can switch back up here to our other view to make it a little easier to see until we're ready to color. So we're going to go about the same width. This one, let's do a little bit taller. Something like that. Maybe we'll do the same shape mouth, you think? Yeah, I think. So I just Shift D and copied it and shrank it down a little bit. Make sure your front edge is sticking out still. Maybe move it down more towards the bottom, like so. Don't pierce the bottom. Maybe Shift D it too, for we can make another shape out of that at the top. We could steal the top of that mantle, but maybe we'll try it again now that we kind of get the hang of it a little more. And we're just going to change the shape of this a little bit. Go into edit mode and then edges. And maybe I'll move it out a little bit. I'm having problems seeing it. Okay, that edge, Control B. Gonna go a little more wide with it like that, but then we're gonna go like this after. It's more even anyways. And we'll go back in. And if you're happy with where the positioning is, maybe you want a bigger lip at the bottom, like that. Do whatever you need to do to make it yours. When you're happy, I'm gonna bool that shape from the other shape. Again. Nice and easy, and we got a nice shape again. Okay, this time let's try this a little different. Maybe we'll do it the other way first. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. And a little wider like that. And what we're going to do is make something similar to the other side, but we're going to do it where we can see the right side up this time. And try to do it a little different too. I'm going to go, what are we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. Kind of forget how we did the other one now already. Alright. I'm having so much trouble thinking about it. Do it a different way though. Control, what am I going to do? Yeah, like that. And we will back it up first, like that. And then we'll bring it up a little bit. And we will hit E again a little bit, and then E again a lot more, and then S and shrink it down again. And that'll just give us a little bit more of a defined edge on that. We just have to keep on kind of sweeping it back after like that, as best as you can. It looks like I'm a little bit off, but maybe take your time a bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. If you want to fix it after, actually I have a way I think will work to make it perfectly level on the back, hopefully. And if I'm wrong, we can just undo it. That's kind of the beauty of this game, or of this system of Blender. Take those lines and we're going to try to dissolve them. And as you see, it kind of makes the back perfectly flat. There might be a bit of a bevel, but I think you get the idea. It looks pretty good. So maybe something like that. Looks pretty good to me. If you need to change yours a little bit, change her up. Should I do it like this, or should we flip it? Let's do this one as the bottom one, maybe. Oh, that's a little small. So let's make it bigger. And then let's make it thinner. Oops. There we go. I think that'll look good. And just make sure it kind of matches up. Get in there real close again if you need to. You can see what you're doing a little bit better. Make sure you're not running over those edges too much. Avoid collision issues. Alright, something like that. Shift D it. Pull it up. And then we're going to go flip it around. We'll color it. We'll throw our logs in and we should be done. Hopefully Queen likes these a little bit better. Oh, yeah, we're going to color it too. But I think she wanted something that was a little more friendly to the Christmas event, so. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is backwards. That's big silly goose of a thing. What's going on here, boys? Oh yeah. These both need to go forward a bit. Yeah, that's better. Now this one needs to come down a little bit. Does it ever spin it around? No. I don't know how that got out of place like that. Seems to be fixed. And there we go. Perfect, I think. Oh, maybe one down. Okay, and so now we can go to our coloring menu. Oh, I guess we should attach everything actually first. Let's put that in. We're happy with this positioning. Leave it. Grab that, and then this last. Control J. They're all connected now. Now we'll go to our color menus. Make sure you're in edit mode. Go ahead and pick some colors. Maybe we'll make it a ready brick color this time. Let's make it a bit darker or something. Oh, that kind of looks worse the darker it is. We'll leave it that color. Hit assign when you're done. Since this is already highlighted, we'll go ahead and do that next. We'll go new, plus, we'll make it black. Alright, and we'll do these logs next. And L, 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 cool J. Just kidding. Plus, new, we'll just make them brown for now to represent what we want eventually. I know that's red. There you go. That's brown. So the only other two things we got to color is this up here and this down here. So let's do them a different color. Maybe we'll do it a different wood. And we should be good, I think. Hopefully it looks good and everybody's happy. And if you're looking for something else, let me know in the comments and we'll try to make it next time. But I think that's it for now anyways. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, and like, and check out some of my other videos. Also, check out my game on Steam, Fishton, Town to Remember. A lot of the stuff we make here is going to be used in the game if you're interested. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.